Hello everyone, my name is Neil and welcome to our exam exercise walkthrough from esl-lounge.com. Today we're working through C1 Advanced Multiple Choice Cloze, exercise number CAE001. Let's start with number 1. Lance is blank knowledgeable on this subject. The options are smartly, powerfully, firmly and highly. The correct answer is highly. Highly is an adverb used to express a high degree of something. In this context, it emphasizes the extent of Lance's knowledge on the subject. For example, she is highly skilled in mathematics. Similarly, saying someone is highly knowledgeable means they possess a significant amount of knowledge about the topic. Moving on to number 2. I need a good explanation of all the costs blank in buying a new car. The options are affected, involved, concerned, and implied. The correct answer is involved. Involved means to include as a necessary part or result. In this context, it refers to all the various costs that are part of the process of buying a new car. For example, the project involved many different stages of planning. Here, involved captures the idea of all the elements that are part of a larger process. The main distractor in this question is implied. Implied means suggested without being directly stated. For example, her silence implied consent. In the context of buying a new car, the correct term should refer to costs that are directly associated or involved. Implied does not fit because it suggests something indirect or not explicitly stated, whereas the costs of buying a car need to be clearly explained and accounted for. Next up, question 3. There was a blank debate about the Middle East, then we moved to a vote. The options are lively, flexible, main, and nimble. The correct answer is lively. Lively means full of life and energy. In this context, it describes a debate that was animated and spirited. Perhaps there were some arguments. For example, they had a lively discussion about politics. A lively debate implies active participation and strong engagement from those involved. Here's question 4. The doctor told him to lose weight quickly or pay the blank later in life. The options are fee, fine, price, and cost. The correct answer is price. Price means the amount of money expected, required, or given in payment for something. But it can also metaphorically refer to the consequences of an action, usually negative. In this context, it refers to the negative health consequences he would face if he doesn't lose weight. For example, he paid a high price for his mistakes, indicating that there were significant repercussions. The main distractor in this question is cost. Cost typically refers to the expenditure required for something and often carries a more neutral or financial connotation. For example, the cost of living in the city is high. While it could fit logically, it lacks the idiomatic strength of price in a common expression like pay the price, which emphasizes the consequence or sacrifices made due to certain actions. Moving on to question 5. Jet lag causes problems with our blank clock. The options are biological, botanical, natural, and rhythmical. The correct answer is biological. Biological relates to biology or living organisms, and in this context it refers to the body's internal clock that regulates sleep and wakefulness. For example, the biological clock helps to maintain our circadian rhythms, which can be disrupted by long flights across time zones. This disruption is what causes the symptoms of jet lag, as the body's natural timing is thrown off. Next is question 6. This species of seagull is not a blank of the island, but will sometimes rest here a while. The options are neighbour, national, citizen, and resident. The correct answer is resident. Resident means a person or animal that lives somewhere permanently or on a long-term basis. In this context, it means that the seagull does not live on the island permanently, but visits occasionally. Another example, she is a resident of New York, indicating that she lives there long term. Question 7. Doesn't it blank you as strange that it's the middle of May and it's snowing? The options are hit, occur, strike, and touch. The correct answer is strike. Strike means to hit or to affect someone strongly. In this context, it means to seem strange or unusual to someone. Another example, it strikes me as odd that he left without saying goodbye. This indicates a strong impression or realization. And now the last one, question 8. I didn't stay behind because I wanted to. I did so because it was my blank. The options are work, duty, shift, and chore. The correct answer is duty. Duty means a moral or legal obligation. In this context, it refers to a responsibility that the speaker felt obliged to fulfill. Another example, it is my duty to help those in need. This indicates a strong sense of responsibility. That's all for today from esl-lounge.com. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.